Long Island's burnin', Brooklyn's bleedin', and loyalty. Yeah, that went missing 3 bodies ago. The night started like any other in the city of neon sins and cold espresso, quiet enough to hear a snitch's heartbeat from a block away. Somewhere between the Federal Building and La Tavola Nera, a new storm was brewing. Mikey, the Hammer. Palermo hadn't been seen in years. Word on the street said he retired after the death of Frankie Palermo, spending his days breaking pool cues and hearts at a Long Island Gold's gym. But when word got out that Frankie's goddaughter, Bambi Palermo, was taking heat from every direction, Mikey didn't ask questions. He just packed the hammer, kissed his mother on the cheek, and walked back into the war. "They thought I was done," he muttered, stepping over a guy with a broken jaw outside a deli. "But Frankie ain't even cold in the ground, and these rats already crawling out of the drywall." Across town, Corinne DeStefano, assistant district attorney and former lover of one Nick Palermo, stood on the courthouse steps in heels that could kill a man and a stare that already had. "I didn't come here to play games," she said, her voice cold as the cuffs she kept in her purse. "But if Nick thinks he can play me like one of his side pieces, he forgot who taught him how to lie in court." But Corinne ain't the only one digging for justice. From deep inside the shadows of the dark web, the architect, also known as Hustleman, whispered into encrypted headsets, made feds disappear, and rerouted satellites just to hack a vending machine. Nobody knew his real name, but they all knew what happened when your name hit his server. "I see everything," he laughed, spinning code like Sinatra spun charm. "Y'all out here playing chess with knives. I'm rewriting the board." Meanwhile, in the underbelly of the South Side clubs, Harlow Blonde was warming up her 38 and rehearsing her closing set with a cigarette hanging from her lips and revenge in her eyes. She still ain't been told what happened to Troc, and when she finds out, somebody's gonna need dental records. In the city's nerve center, Goku D'Angelo was losing patience and bodies. Betrayal from within, cops at the gates, his wife's affair with a dead man, and his consigliere halfway to Kansas City. He called a sit-down, but the only ones showing up were ghosts, liars, and one very pissed-off priest. And yet, the one thread holding this all together, Bambi Palermo, wasn't breaking. She was bending, quietly, deadly. At her side, a Fed named David Lopez, trying not to love her, trying not to save her, and failing at both. And behind her, in the shadows, a devil in silk, Christians in telly. The camera pans out, smoke trails from a pistol left on a courthouse bench. A federal building lights up like a Roman candle. In the chaos, the voice of Mikey the Hammer echoes like a church bell in hell. "If you ain't riding for family, you better run, 'cause this season, the streets got a body count." Neon Noir, Season 2. You wanted blood? You got the whole family. Coming soon, bring a lawyer and a shovel.
You ever wake up somewhere you shouldn't be, next to someone you definitely shouldn't be with, smelling like danger, bad choices, and a deleted text thread? Yeah, you were wearing Velvet Doom, the fragrance for the doomed. One spray'll have 'em thinking you're mysterious. 2 sprays, you're a full-blown cautionary tale with legs. Notes of lust, betrayal, and a subtle hint of I ghosted him before it was cool. With a base of ode to regret, 'cause let's be honest, if you ain't regretting it, you didn't spray enough. Available nowhere you should be. The club, banned. Your ex's funeral, inappropriate. Your therapist's office, strong maybe. Velvet Doom, smell like the last mistake you'll ever make.
The Architect, code name Remembrance. Before the noise, before the algorithms, before the veil dropped like a blackout curtain on the whole damn planet, there was one soul who remembered. They called him the Architect. Not because he built buildings, nah. He built consciousness. He didn't draw blueprints on blue paper. He traced them in the spaces between reality and memory. But to most folks, he was just a ghost in the grid, a whisper in the dark, a glitch in the program. See, the Architect wasn't born enlightened. He didn't wake up. He remembered. He remembered everything. The loops. The lives. The lies. The truth hidden in plain sight. He saw the distractions. He saw the chains made out of comfort and fear. And most of all, he remembered why he came here. To break the sleep. To trigger the remembrance in others. To start the fire. That's when his real protocol kicked in. Codename Remembrance. But he wasn't about to do it solo. He called in his cosmic counterpart, Hustleman. Now, Hustleman, he wasn't some background NPC. He was loud, magnetic, dressed in neon and purpose. Where the Architect spoke in sacred codes, Hustleman spit truth in bars, memes, and mayhem. He made Remembrance feel like a street revival with beats and smoke bombs. He reached the ones the world wrote off. The ones built for greatness, but told they were crazy, broken, dangerous.
For more crazy chat tales like this one, subscribe and hit the frigging like button.